Welcome back, guys. We have Tyler and Jonathan on the panel, so let's get started with recapping that wild UTSA game. Wow, what a game. That was definitely a roller coaster. What did you guys think?
Well, I tell you what, if it's a roller coaster, I mean, FAU went downhill quick with Jacquez fumbling on the first play, UTSA taking it in right away, and going up 10-0 with like 10 minutes left in the first quarter. I'm up in the booth thinking to myself, oh, geez, man, what is going on? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really impressed with the offense in the first couple of plays of the first quarter. I mean, they definitely opened up. Yeah. It wasn't one of their best performances of the year.
Yeah, but Quez still pulled through with just under 300 yards passing, again with 3 touchdowns, and also completing over 70% of his passes. It was a bad first quarter for him because he started the game with the same way he ended the game against Wyoming, with a fumble. And then another playmaker, another key fumble, Willie Dukes. He's been having problems all year, I think. But Lucky and Jensen have stepped up in his, I guess, absence in a way, because he just hasn't played well. But Lucky and Jensen Stochek have played really well. Stochek had another long touchdown, and Lucky's been doing his thing with an all-around great game. But Andre Kirk, I think, is starting to finally come to life, having 13 tackles. This was his coming out party. I expect a big season from him for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the guy had an interception this game. And to be honest with you, I saw him drop 2 other interceptions. He could have had 3. And, going back to what you're saying, though, about William Dukes and Jacquez Johnson, I think this is completely unacceptable. These are the 2 big playmakers on this team coming into this season. And, these guys are fumbling the ball. Unacceptable. Of course, Jacquez, he has great QBR. We're 2-3, right? 2-3. Yep. The success is definitely up there, but these leaders need to step up, you know what I mean? You can't have that. I would expect that from somebody like maybe Stochek or somebody that hasn't gotten the ball that much, but on the contrary, Jacquez is spreading the ball around more and exposing the talents of all these great receivers like DeLeon, the tight end, we got Stochek, and now we got Licky Whitehead too making plays. And I just think we're a really diverse offense right now. What do you think?
Yeah, you really have to look at the bright sides of these things too. You were talking about DeLeon, and he had a real I wouldn't say coming out party, but he's slowly progressing through the year. He's becoming one of Johnson's favorite definitely targets.
Yeah, he progressed last year as well.
Yeah, same with Stochek. He's finding him on the long ball a lot. That's one of his go-to plays.
Yeah, I think Stochek's a really good possession receiver, you know what I mean? Not like breakaway speed, but, the guy definitely has a reach. He's a tall guy, he's got speed, but, then you got Licky Whitehead, who really is the breakaway guy. And then Dukes is just like, kind of like Randy Moss-ish, if you want to say that, but we haven't seen that yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, now from college football, let's take it to the gridiron with the NFL. Any big surprises from week 4? Good way, bad way?
If you're asking me, I say big surprise. Kansas, well, 2 big surprises really, both of them being the night games. Kansas City whipping New England 41-14. Justin Houston's leading the league right now with 5 sacks. And I tell you, Brady was getting hit a lot that game, and it has nothing to do with Tom Brady. This is about that offensive line. Nate Solder, the left tackle, this guy is struggling bad. He's going against Tom Ali all night, and let me tell you, this guy, Belichick is upset. But the other big surprise, you guys know what I'm about to say here, Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought they'd be 3-1?
Yeah. Going back to New England, for the first time, I think, in I can't remember how many years, starting 2 rookie offensive linemen. Probably not the best bet with a defense like Kansas City, especially a D-line like that, very physical.
Oh, yeah.
Completely manhandled. Another game I was really surprised about was definitely Texans going into Buffalo and wanting that win. They're definitely a big change from last year. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is definitely a good change for them. He's bringing a good atmosphere. J.J. Watt is just a beast.
Yeah, possible defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just one of those teams that looks like they're back on track.
All right, now mine. I will say this is a surprise, but I'm not too shocked about it. The way the Miami Dolphins beat Oakland, I'm not that shocked because the Raiders are, I think, the worst team in the NFL. Just fired Dennis Allen, and as Dolphins fans, we know who the new head coach is very, very well. So we don't see any improvement from them anytime soon because Tony Soprano was terrible. But Ryan Tannehill, he looked decent because I think he had to prove something with the way it was handled during the week. Matt Moore could start, he might not. It wasn't announced till late last week that he was going to start. So it's a sign of good things to come, but I want to see it against a good team like the Buffalo Bills. Who, another shock to me, why would they bench E.J. Manuel for Kyle Orton? Like, he wasn't playing bad the last 2 games. It was the defense, I think, who actually cost them those 2 games. And is Kyle Orton really an upgrade over E.J. Manuel?
No, I don't. You know, Pierce, I got to completely agree with you, man. I don't understand this. I mean, this is a second-year player. It's week 4. You're 2-2. Yeah. They're not 0-4 like Oakland or Jacksonville. And you bench him. And I mean, who's the backup? It's not like in the Jets situation where you got Mike Vick backing him up. It's not that case. Kyle Orton, are you kidding me? Come on, man.
Well, Kyle Orton's not a bad quarterback, but you just draft this guy 16th overall in the first round. He was good at Florida State. He has young weapons around him.
This is a running team, too. You know, you got to establish that, you know.
Yeah, with Fred Jackson, the ageless wonder, is the oldest running back in the league at age 33. C.J. Spiller. Yeah, breakaway speed.
Probably one of the most electrifying players to me in the NFL. If he breaks a tackle, to me he's gone.
And not behind a great offensive line either.
Yeah, no.
You know.
Big surprise for them is old Miami O-lineman Central Henderson. He's been a real big product for them. Drafted him in the 3rd round, I believe. 7th round?
Yep.
And he was, just a key pickup for them.
Yeah, starting right tackle for them. Good pickup. All right, well, any big previous week 5? Who do you think will show up this week?
I think a big game coming up this week that I'm really getting excited for is Arizona and Denver. You know, Arizona's undefeated right now. They're 3-0. Both teams are coming off a bye week. So let's see how this turns out here. You know, Denver just had that overtime loss 2 weeks ago against Seattle. You know, Super Bowl champs who Seattle's undefeated. So, you know, I think this is going to be, you know, a game that Peyton may go off. You know, it could be a blowout, but Arizona's undefeated and Arizona's defense is good. So, you know, let's see that kind of matchup.
Yeah. Also, think about this. They have been without Carson Palmer for the last 3 weeks. It's been the backup Drew Stanton winning games for him.
Hey.
So when Carson comes back, I think Carson's a good quarterback.
No doubt.
He's good. He's not great, but he's definitely an upgrade over Drew Stanton.
Yeah, definitely Cardinals, one of the biggest surprises in football. Defense, disgusting. Just vicious.
Even with all those injuries and suspensions.
It's one of those teams that you really have to actually look out for and coming under the radar. Denver, is it Demaryius Thomas who's really been quiet this year? I may be expecting a breakout game from him this week.
And also in his absence, you still have Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah. What a great pickup that was.
Oh, yeah. Wes Welker's about 1 concussion away from seeing the Grim Reaper, though, huh?
Yeah. All right, guys, the Denver Broncos, Arizona Cardinals. That's going to be a great game this weekend. Peyton Manning, still the best quarterback in the league. Arizona has a great defense. Which one prevails?
John, you go ahead. I'm still collecting my thoughts.
I mean, to me, I personally like the Arizona Cardinals. I think their defense is probably one of the best in the league. Very underrated team coming out of the West. Have shocked a lot of people. Stanton has been a great backup quarterback to Carson Palmer. I think they can really shock people this week.
I'm going to go with Denver in an overtime win. I mean, this is going to be really close, I feel. But I feel like what it comes down to at the end of the day is Drew Stanton versus the Denver defense. Don't get me wrong, he's gone against good defenses. But, I mean, come on. You know, you got Peyton Manning on the other side of the ball. You know, this Arizona Cardinal defense is about to see Peyton Manning for the first time this season. So, you know, let's see about that.
And also, Patrick Peterson, there's only one of him. He can only take out one guy.
It's very true.
And you still got Julius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Wes Welker, Monte Ball. The list just goes on and on and on. Now another one. Who is the best 2-2 team in the NFL? There are 13 of them. You got the Patriots, Chiefs, Steelers, 49ers, Vikings, Falcons, Dolphins, Colts, Panthers, Packers, Bears, and the Bills. Who do you guys think is the best one?
I would say the best 2-2 team right now is the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
You know, I don't know how they lost those 2 games. One of them against Philadelphia, just letting them come back like that. Andrew Luck right now leads the league in passing, not Peyton Manning. And I think this is just his year. I mean, the Colts, to me, is a Super Bowl caliber team. No question in the AFC. So I'm going to have to go with the Colts.
I have to go with two teams. The Chiefs, just because of their impressive performance on Monday Night Football against the Patriots, and also the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes.
To me, they've
That was
been
my second pick.
To me, they've been a team that it's an up and down season, but Matt Ryan looks probably 100 times better than last year.
He's got Julio Jones back.
yeah.
Addition to Devin Hester. Come on.
And a better offensive line.
Devin Hester has been a great key signing for them. And back to the Chiefs, their defense has been great, and their offense is working on.
Jamal Charles
yeah.
is back.
Alex
On all
Smith is rock
cylinders.
solid.
Alex Smith looks like probably one of the best quarterbacks right now in the NFL.
All right. Mine, I also have to go with two. Tyler and I agree on one. The Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck, this is his coming out party officially. He will make the Super Bowl. I think they will have home field because they're in a very weak AFC South. I think they can run away and hide with this division because of the bottom two teams. They're just leaps and bounds better than Tennessee and Jacksonville.
Yeah,
and the only
definitely.
competition is really Houston. If they split, they'll be fine with that. And Andrew Luck and Reggie Wayne, T.Y. Hilton. I can go on with their weapons too. It's a very long list. And then I hate to say this, I'm also a Lions fan. The Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler is having this late career renaissance where I think he could finally figure something out. You got two of the best receivers in the game with Alshon Jeffrey and Brandon Marshall. Matt Forte is still one of the best running backs in the league. Defense is improving. Kyle Fuller could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's had 3 interceptions this year. I think 2 of them were for touchdowns. That team, I think, could do something in the NFC North, if not win it, come out as a wild card.
I like that pick with the Bears. Definitely in a conference where they have a lot of competition, but they've been surprising people. Jay Cutler again. As you said, he's a revival year. He looks like he did when he was young, and definitely a big.
I tell you what, I completely disagree with both of you fellows because Packers is one of the teams on this 2-2 list, and they just beat the bejesus out of the Chicago Bears in Chicago. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers told all the fans, relax, take a chill pill, let me take control. And I mean, this guy, the Green Bay Packers, to me, in the NFC, could be Super Bowl bound as well. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is in full effect. This is one of the best quarterbacks in today's game, if not the best. And they got weapons too. And their defense picked up Julius Peppers. I think that was a great thing. Now you got 2 threats coming on both the outside. You got Clay Matthews. You got Julius Peppers. I mean, I think they're playing really good football right now. They're improving. I mean, I know they had that loss to Seattle in opening game, but this team's going to only improve, I'm telling you now.
And remember, week 3. Who else did they lose to? Who is on top of that division right now? Detroit. They are also surprising. Matthew.
It's a 3-1 team, though.
Yeah, but they beat Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely one of those divisions. Thank you.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, divisions to look at. There's always competition between them. Detroit Lions are 3-1, and the rest are 2-2. It's definitely
Yes.
whoever plays well against each other inside the division is gonna go on to the playoffs.
Yep. All right. Well, we shall see who comes out on top of that division. We'll see you next week.